You mentioned the one-party rule in your country where you were president for 4 terms, during which time you promoted the principle of ujamaa, socialism, and you have acknowledged that it was a miserable failure. What lessons in retrospect do you draw from that and the kind of economies that African countries might more profitably pursue?
Where did you get the idea that I thought ujamaa was a miserable failure?
Well, I've read that you said socialism was a failure. The country economically was in shambles at the end of the experiment.
A bunch of countries were in economic shambles at the end of the 70s. They were not socialist. Now, today, it needs so much courage to talk about socialism. Therefore, perhaps we should change the phraseology. But you have to take in the values of socialism which we were trying to build in Tanzania, in any society.
And those values are what?
And those values are values of justice, a respect for human beings, development which is people-centered, development where you care about people. You can say, leave the development of a country to something called the market, which has no heart at all. Since capitalism is completely ruthless, who is going to help the poor? And the majority of the people in our countries are poor. Who is going to stand for them? Not the market. So I'm not regretting that I tried to build a country based on those principles. You will have to, whether you call them socialism or not. Do you realize that what gave capitalism a human face was the kind of values I was trying to sell in my country?
So what's the answer? Because with all due respect, the economy of Tanzania did not thrive under the socialism that you practiced. So what do you see as the answer for African countries which are still predominantly poor?
The problem is not a question of socialism. We have to deal with the problem of poverty. You have to deal with the problem of poverty in your country, and your country is not socialist. Or we are in trouble. People in rich countries don't realize the responsibility